Welcome back to part 2. Be ready, have faith, and forgive yourself. This is the cornerstone to our business at Forster Fitness. This is part 2 of why New Year's resolutions fail. And as we talked about yesterday, we're not going to necessarily lay out how you achieve your goals. We're going to look at what people do successfully, what people do negatively that allow them to fail or succeed, and then we'll be able to draw our conclusions at the end. Today we're going to focus on that tagline, which is to have faith, be ready, have faith, and forgive yourself. So I want to read a statement from our website. It's the header of our website, and it says that our business is based on one simple truth: to have faith, and the habits take care of themselves. We've, over the past several years, worked with countless people. The advantage of working with so many people is the ability to develop experience. Books can be a wonderful resource for broadening your education, but experience shows you how people can deal and react to certain circumstances. Everyone wants a diet or to be trained, but rarely do people make the investment in changing what they believe and what drives their thinking. Having the right plan is important, but makes up a very small percentage of the success people sustain long term. What you believe drives what you think, and what you think about determines your success. I'm going to elaborate a little bit further. So let's talk a little bit about what it means to be ready. And I'm not just necessarily saying this, to preach to you folks. It's also in me, in learning about myself and learning at failures that I've had in the past. And there is a major difference between saying you're going to be ready or saying that you are ready and actually being ready. Ready or being ready is not words that you use. Being ready is not statements that you make. Being ready is nothing, I'm trying to think of the right words, but it's exactly the point. Being ready is not words. Being ready is an attitude. Being ready is something that's deep down inside of you. And you really can't determine whether you're ready until you're right in the meat grinder, right when you're in the middle of things, right when things are at their most difficult. It's that point when you know you're ready. Being ready means when things are difficult, when obstacles are tough, when things are at a slow pace, or when you really need to grind through things. When you are ready, you will go through whatever you need to go through in order to get to the point that you're wanting to. Saying that you're ready is not enough. Saying that you're ready is not enough, and you can't even go to the next step. You can't even begin at even looking at visionary things, strategies, until you're ready. And so with clients, I recommend that they spend a good amount of time, quiet time, meditating, prayer, whatever their beliefs may be, to sit and search themselves and make sure that they're ready. Make sure that they are ready to go through whatever they have to go through in order to achieve what they're wanting to achieve. Pitfalls will happen, and your journey, with fitness is never going to be smooth. You're going to have to be self-disciplined. You're going to have a lot of determination, perseverance, and self-control. Wanting something is not enough. You have to be willing to go through everything and be willing to ask for help. But the great news is reaching your goals can be one of the most empowering moments of your life. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look better with how you look, but it's secondary to the life skills that you are learning, the realization of self, that's simply being ready and following through. You do have to work hard, but you have to believe that the works are the result of what you believe. I know that's a mouthful, but it is about working more efficiently. It's not about necessarily how much work you put into it. So that statement, and I'm reading from our website here, is that you have to believe that works are a result of what you believe and not just hard work. If you believe appropriately, then you will do appropriately because you want to, not because you were obligated to. So the first step is to internally, deep down, be ready. The second step, and a lot of this information I'm reading from our website, so if you see my eyes focusing down or whatever, it's because I'm taking a lot of stuff that I've already previously written from our website. So we talk about the first step is to be ready. And the second step, though, is you have to believe. You have to have faith. You have to believe that it's going to work out. You have to believe that good things are in store for you. You have to believe that you are created to succeed. You know, you have to be ready. You have to be ready to go through all that stuff, but you also have to believe that this is going to work out for you, because it is. I'm here to tell you that no matter what failures you've had, you can do this. You can do it, and you have to believe that. You truly have to believe that. I'm just kind of reading from our website here. I write on our website that it is, in my opinion, that you do not have to have the proper faith that you are not ready. And as I have said, if you are not ready, you will always be searching for that next goal. Whenever you believe in the truth is that you were created to succeed. Aside from talent, do you ever wonder what separates a major league player from a minor league player? Talent has a huge, huge part of it. Talent is a huge part of looking at the differences between major league and minor league players. But there are an incredible amount of very equally talented people that do not get to that major league level simply because of how they believe. Major league ball players, when they go through hitting slumps, a lot of it just has to do with confidence. A lot of it has to do with them not believing in their abilities anymore. So that second, your beliefs and how you believe and the faith that you have in the process in yourself will have a great deal to do with your outcome. You do have to be realistic with your goals, but at the deepest core of your soul, you have to believe that you can accomplish anything. It has to drive you, it has to fuel you, and it has to be the motivational force behind your success. Motivation or success comes down to motivation and a mindset. If you are motivated, you will want to push harder, and motivation is the key to unlocking your faith in yourself. Also, success is a mindset. It is our belief that everyone is already successful. You just have to believe it. If you believe that you are already successful, if you believe that you just going through the motions is an afterthought, then you will succeed in what you're trying to do. And finally today, this is step 3, but in my opinion, it's probably the most important. I talk a lot about be ready, have faith, forgive yourself. But the truth of the matter is that I've failed. The truth of the matter is that even when I set goals, as much as I try to preach this stuff, I still fall short. I don't eat perfectly. I don't get to the gym as much as I want to. I don't train as hard as I want. My intentions aren't as good. Just personally, there's times when I lose my temper, when I do stuff wrong. But the most important thing is step 3. You have to forgive yourself. You have to be able to forgive yourself. And the scary statement that we post on our website is you will fail and you need help. And it is a truthful statement. And as I mentioned, I have failed at almost everything that I've done in some degree. It's only that when you stop trying and you come to the end of yourself that you truly find yourself. I just get to a point where I have to end up just resting, in who I am and what I'm capable of, and that who I am and what I'm capable of, that I still need help. There's a lot of times when I fall down, and when people fall down, they've got one of two choices. When they're in fitness and they don't reach goals, and you don't get to the gym or you don't have a good check-in, there is one or two choices you have: to quit or to keep going. There's no other options. You either quit and persevere and go through, or you stop. And it gets back to that statement of being ready. You have to be ready. And if you're ready, then the chances of you forgiving yourself and getting through that and persevering is going to happen a lot. A lot of successful people, they do forgive themselves, but they also do have coaches. And I'm reading from a website here, but most importantly, I believe that these professional athletes realize deep down that real success does not come from self-efforts. They do not take their failures personally. They brush themselves off and keep trying until they get it right. For champions and successful people, there is something that makes them keep coming back like a starved cage animal until they get what they know is rightfully theirs. Falling short can teach you things about yourself that you can learn nowhere else in life. You have to be willing to forgive yourself when you fail and accept that neither you or your eating habits or training is ever going to be perfect all the time. All you can do is strive to continue to push hard, never give up, rest in what you've been created to be, and keep battling until you've reached your own personal Mount Everest. We're very passionate about being ready, having faith, and forgive yourself. It's what drives our entire business. It's what we remind ourselves of daily. Because as great as our intentions are, we don't get it right all the time. As much as we think we're ready, it's daily. We have to keep reminding ourselves and keep checking ourselves to make sure that we're ready. And more and more, the more I go through life, the more that I'm in fitness, the more that I believe in the process, the more that I understand and believe of who I am and what I'm capable of, the greater the results are. And we're going to be talking here in future seminars about, habits and about strategies. But I'm here to tell you that if you're not ready, if you don't have faith, and you don't forgive yourself on a regular basis, no matter what the exercise program is, no matter what the routine is, it will not work. These things have to be set first. Being ready, having faith, forgive yourself. If that is a constant in your life, and you continually focus on that, the mediocrest of strategies will be more successful than the greatest strategies if these three components aren't there. I thank you for joining us today, and I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
When you feel that something's wrong, I'll shelter you and keep you warm. I'll never let you walk alone.